Daniel Marks coming to you from the Sachem Public Library. Welcome to the Marks for Life podcast with your hosts, Jimmy, CJ, Jared, and Joe, the Four Horsemen of Wrestling Podcast. Four casuals turned Marks wrestling fans to give you a direct line to all things in the squared circle. We pull no punches, we hit hard, and we will slam you with all the info you need to know. So, ladies and gentlemen, marks of all ages, are you ready? Because...
You know what? You just made the list.
Hello, welcome to this week's edition of Marks for Life Podcast. I am your reigning, defending, undisputed Marks for Life Podcast predictions and jackass of the world, CJ.
And I'm your co-host, Jimmy. Wow, look at that echo.
Is that really an echo? I just think we're just loud.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either. We could, hold on. How does that sound? Better? I always hit the mute thing, and then it just mutes all the presets. So, I don't know how this thing works. We all know that I have no idea how this works.
It might be loud, so we apologize for that. And we might hear an echo. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I didn't hear it last week when you guys did it, but we'll find out.
I hit the mute thing. I always hit this mute thing, and it works.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe you.
So this week we're going to just quickly break down the NXT TakeOver results. We're going to go into a little bit of AEW and Hall of Fame news. And we're also going to be getting into the Wrestlemania predictions. Wow, a lot has happened in the past week.
Yeah, I know. Last week, nothing happened, and I'm kind of upset by that because literally between when you guys ended the podcast to right now when we're recording, a lot of stuff happened.
Well, what happened last week? Nothing happened. What are we talking about?
Well, no, immediately after the podcast happened, I shared it in our group chat. I don't know if any
the
of you...
John Oliver thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that
my
thing,
God.
It kind of set the standard for the week, and it was you really couldn't have waited until last week to do it, and it made me mad, but at the same time, I liked the segment.
What did you agree with a lot of the stuff? So pretty much John Oliver went on bashing WWE for the high death rates of people
who have wrestled. He also went into
and how young they were as well when they died.
He also went into their contract stuff. He went into
health insurance,
and he did it. I believe in him in the majority in this because a lot of people I think agree with this that he did it in a very respectful way. I think he did it
as respectful as John Oliver can be.
Yeah, that's because I think he's a fan. He's a genuine fan of wrestling.
Oh yeah,
he's not like a Bill Maher who's a complete asshole. I don't know if you've ever watched any of Bill Maher's crap.
Nope.
On it. Don't, because it'll make you fucking mad.
Okay. So,
I think he did it in a pretty respectful way.
Yeah.
I do have a couple criticisms of the piece itself from a sourcing research kind of way because he used a Bret Hart clip from literally as soon as the
1998, 99.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
From exactly when the screw job kind of happened afterwards. And he doesn't hold that opinion out loud anymore as far as I know.
I'm also gonna disagree with a couple of things, especially with the facts that he made about the health insurance. They don't do health insurance, but they do take care of their wrestlers. They do the drug program. They do the concussion policy. The concussion policy is huge.
Yeah, so the concussion protocol that they have is spectacular.
Insane.
It's spectacular. It's the best one. They have a better concussion protocol than the NFL.
Which
and that's
he did
something.
name drop.
He name dropped, but that's for different kind of things. But I agree with that, though.
I think they are working on it as well. They're trying to do... They really can't physically do days off, like seasons, unfortunately. But what I can do...
But that would help remedy... Because we have talked about... We've literally talked about similar things to this before.
Oh, yeah. But it's hard to do it with a show like that. The only way they could do seasons is if they have... What I would personally do is do Raw and SmackDown or do Raw on the road to WrestleMania. So I'd say from Royal Rumble to SummerSlam, or Royal Rumble to Money in the Bank, and then Money in the Bank following would be SmackDown style.
So basically, just bring it down to one less wrestling show, essentially.
No, I'd say bring it down to one less roster. So you have half of the roster perform from January to June, and the other half of the roster perform from June to December.
So 6 months of no working though?
No.
Or would they? Or how?
It would swap on and off.
Well, no. So I understand that, but what do you mean by on and off though? Because I'm hearing.
Roman Reigns would get 6 months off, and then the person that would take his place, AJ Styles would start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
So
what-
like 6 months, they'd be not working. The one particular group of wrestlers.
I would say so. I think that would be something that would be beneficial to them.
I don't know. I like this idea because I was listening to a whole bunch of other podcasts, and it's really hard to. It's interesting to talk about this because they're in these exclusive contracts because they're freelance contractors technically, and it's like you kind of have to give one up. You can't have exclusivity anymore. Kind of. I feel like that's kind of the main problem because.
But it's not even necessarily exclusive. It's not even independent contracts anymore because they're all signed to 5-year contracts.
It's 5-year contract, but they're only for 5 years though. They have to do WWE stuff, and they have to go through WWE to do outside things. So, for instance, the example that was given is if like let's use a better example than what they gave. They gave Dolph Ziggler as an example. I don't want to give Dolph Ziggler an example because where the fuck has he been? Let's say Roman Reigns wants to do a beer commercial or something like that. He has to run that by the powers that be, and they'll absolutely say no.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he'll get paid money on the side of that's not involving WWE whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So if they got that, actual freelance contracting thing, he would be able to do it, and there wouldn't be any repercussions. And that's kind of the problem. If they didn't have that exclusivity, then the healthcare debate probably would go sideways because, like, okay, they are 100% freelance contractors, so they have to do it on their own. Now, if they're actually employed, which is what John Oliver was kind of alluding to, I should say, in his segment, that these wrestlers are technically employees of the company. They only work for the company. By law, they fit these standards that fill the requirements of an employee. So the employer has to provide a healthcare or health insurance product in there. Whether that is like actual healthcare insurance that they pay into, or the company provides, or healthcare or a healthcare savings account or something like that.
What I'm surprised he didn't bring up is that like all the regular WWE employees that are actually working, like the cameras, the tech, the stocks. I'm pretty sure they all have health insurance.
Yeah, but they're actual employees though, and they have and they're unionized.
Yeah, but like
wrestlers
why
aren't
would
unionized.
you do it with them, but not the people that are actually making you the most money?
Yeah,
that's my logic. That's just something I'm looking at. But I think John Oliver raised a lot of points, and I think that John Oliver did miss a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so he didn't dive into he didn't dive into concussions on purpose because WWE.
But he also brought up Roman Reigns too, and I'm just like,
he brought up Roman Reigns and like
that we were sick of him and stuff. But I'm like, this.
Well,
guy...
at the time that was right after the Undertaker match.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think we were very upset when that happened at that WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Yeah, but this guy also just got over leukemia, so it was like he was not the best. You should have just brought in John Cena.
Yeah,
I would have brought up just John Cena at that point.
Well, I think the contrast that he was trying to allude to was like, WWE's trying to like shove something, and the fans weren't having it, and Roman Reigns is an actual good example of that.
Batista would have been a great example then.
Batista also would have been a good.
I would have stayed away from the Roman Reigns thing because he just got off of leukemia.
True.
I don't know. John Oliver.
I thought it was a good piece.
I honestly think he did it just to get some ratings. He brought it up then because it was WrestleMania season.
Well, yeah. Plus, how much more can you talk about the president? Because that's pretty much all he does. Not that it's bad, but it's just bad. how much can you really talk about it? Like you have to talk about something else.
Why you could talk about what was it? The noise that windmills make cause cancer. You could totally bring that up.
Oh God!
There's a lot of scientific evidence proving that. It's the greatest evidence. It's the best. It's the best.
Bing bang.
Hey! You got to stop that, man. Hey! Cut it out. It's dangerous. The 40.
There's a mass graveyard of birds everywhere. Sorry. There's a massive graveyards underneath them. You go underneath those things. All the birds just decapitated.
See, John, you could have just done this, but no, you had to attack Roman Reigns after he got off of leukemia.
I mean, I wouldn't be talking. Didn't you have a comment about how they were to try to use cancer in the storyline a bit more, graphically?
They did, though.
Yeah, more graphically. And you can't come.
What are you talking about? They were doing that. That was just me recapping.
I mean, yeah, but you went pretty explicit into the recapping.
Literally, Drew McIntyre literally said, "I'm worse than cancer." That wasn't even me being funny. That was just me.
True, but that was also before all this were happening. I mean,
That was last week.
No, I mean you talking shit about Roman Reigns having cancer. Way back.
Leukemia was the greatest heal. I don't know
exactly.
what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. He was.
It's bad. It's
He
so
still
bad.
is. Still is. Someone give me a better heel. Like, I don't know. Like, Tommaso Ciampa could not do to Johnny Gargano what leukemia did to Roman Reigns.
Oh my god.
And there's
That's
no
so bad.
there's no way you could
Stop
change my
it,
mind.
stop it.
You cannot
All right.
change my mind.
There was a little bit more news that happened. WWE did invite John Oliver to go to WrestleMania though. So if
great.
that whole,
We're gonna have SNL versus the late night show.
No, so one thing that I'm actually mad about it is like, what the fuck? We talk shit so much about WWE. I can't count how many times we've actually talked about WrestleMania in general the past 2 months. How crappy the buildup has been. How come we don't get fucking free tickets to WrestleMania? This is bullcrap.
Because we have 5 listeners and 2 of them are us.
Boo. I don't know. Boo.
But you know I'm right.
Yeah, I know you're right. That's besides the
But
point.
so all right, so let's get into some like better news. Brutus the Barber Beefcake's getting inducted by Hulk Hogan. There we go. Next one.
Well, there is another Hall of Fame thing. They're not doing the traditional stage kind of setup. Apparently, what they're doing.
Please tell me they're doing the dinner again.
No, they're not doing the dinner.
Son of a bitch.
No, what they're doing is they're gonna have a ring set up, and they're all gonna go down with their entrances. So
that's cool.
So this year will actually mark probably one of the better in presentation wise of the Hall of Fame because literally every single inductee has a pretty good intro. DX Harlem Heat has a really good one that I enjoy. Brutus, I guess.
But then they only get 15 minutes though of speaking too, which is nice. So
Yeah,
it's a
so they-
promo.
yes.
They get a promo.
Yeah, so they did lower down the speaking. Also, something that's interesting that I read that they kind of leaked the legacy picks. I don't know if you know what the legacy
I
picks
heard
are.
of some of them. Bruiser Brody is getting inducted into
I think
the
he
legacy.
should have technically been inducted into the main thing, but if he's getting a legacy one, that's not bad either.
Well, he got it loose. Thaz got it and everything. I'm excited for that. I always enjoy because a lot of wrestlers do bring up Bruiser Brody as how do I put it? As like inspiration. You know, you look at guys like Luke Harper. You look at guys like what was it? Vader and JBL. Like throughout history, you could see all of these brawlers tie in Bruiser Brody, and Bruiser Brody definitely deserves to be inducted.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about
as a
that.
legacy wing because that's a thing.
And I think the last bit of the Hall of Fame is that it's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be tonight when this podcast drops, so I guess it'll be interesting. We'll find out if some other things
I
go
want
on.
DX to come out in green suits. Black and green. Like black and with a
so
green
like
shirt.
solid or like camo? Because I feel like it would
Either
be
one.
I feel like it would be camo.
It's either camo suits with the black dress
So
shirt
literally,
and
they're
tie,
all gonna look like guys from Duck Dynasty. That's
Yes.
what you're telling me.
or they go black suits, green dress shirts, and then like a black and green tie.
I like that.
Yes.
All right, I like that.
I'm okay with that.
Alrighty then.
And
Let's,
then Harlem Heat comes out in the red and gold and says, "We're coming for you, Hulk Hogan."
What is the likeliness that Booker T will actually accidentally say the N word again on live television?
I don't think it's going to be an accident. I don't think it's going to be an accident. Last thing I want to get into before we just recap TakeOver. AEW's got a lot of buzz going for it right now. So first things first, they signed a couple of their main Double or Nothing YouTube show. The latest episode included their broadcast team. And so what was revealed is Justin Roberts is going to be their ring announcer, which is insane. I freaking love Justin Roberts.
Me too.
Like he
was the best ring announcer they had, and the only reason WWE got rid of him was because he turned that into a character. Like that's bullcrap. Because Howard Finkel turned himself into a character, and they were totally fine with him. And a similar thing with Tony Chimmel when he did Edge. Like I think it's just bullcrap. I loved it when he I'm sorry, I had to cut you off
No,
on
it's
that.
all right.
But I loved it when he would always announce John Cena. He did the best one.
He did the best John Cena one. And then I think Lillian Garcia did the best Triple H one.
True.
Like, that one was
Like,
awesome.
Justin Robert was so good, we have this bump. Like, that's how amazing Justin Roberts is. I love Justin Roberts. I know you do.
Oh, I love Justin Roberts. Alicia Atout would be joining as a backstage correspondent. She was there for AEW. I think she was very professional. I think she did very well. We also have Excalibur rumored. They're trying to get Excalibur, which I am hyped about. I really do enjoy Excalibur. I loved him on the AEW and not the AEW, All In and New Japan. So I think he'd be a lot. And then we have the biggest thing, which was rumored for a very long time. Jim Ross is joining the commentary team for the next 3 years, as well as acting as a senior advisor to the executive vice presidents of AEW, specifically Cody, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. That is insane news, and that is going to bring a lot of eyes to the All Elite Wrestling product. Jimmy's very happy.
I am. This is good news. We still haven't seen any product really yet, other than, getting the clips for Double or Nothing.
Not only that, though, Jim Ross also announced that there's a major TV deal coming by the end of the year.
Yeah, I did. I heard that too. Sometime in October, right?
Yeah, sometime in October. Which, the crazy part is, I'm not sure if you realize, when do we get Fox?
A month before that, I believe.
No,
I believe it's in September.
I thought it was October.
I'll look it up, but I think he said.
What if Fox goes behind WWE's back and gets AEW?
That's not gonna happen. But oh my god, the storytelling would be amazing. But also WWE would be getting so much more money if Fox backs out of that deal if they sign AEW. But that's besides.
But I'm pretty sure Fox is coming in October.
I'll take a look. Let's see. First thing I Google search Fox WWE, and it brings me to a Wikipedia page of Alicia Fox.
Just do Fox deal of SmackDown. But I'm pretty sure they're both October. They're around that same time. So that's the scary part. So I know they're not trying to compete with WWE, but they're doing a lot of stuff which is going to irk WWE.
Oh, speaking of the Fox deal, they're definitely doing a new show on Fox Sports 1.
Oh,
Most
yeah.
likely being
A recap show.
a recap show, hopefully being Talking Smack.
I would be very excited for something like that.
I would love it.
I think it would be a great idea. I think I would love to see Renee Young do it with Mauro Ranallo.
Yeah, I think it would be good.
I think that'd be great for them. Any luck on that Fox SmackDown thing?
No, not yet. I'll keep looking up.
Hold on. You know what? Screw it. When does SmackDown move to Fox? Thank you very much. Now I just got to load up.
Yeah, October. It looks like October 4th.
It's October, right?
Yeah, according to WrestlingInc.com, it says October 4th.
Oh, so they're both moving in October.
Yeah, I guess so. Man, you're right.
I pay attention to these things because I'm like, all right, war, give me more. But that's exciting. That's gonna be very exciting to see how that plays out. That's gonna be very exciting. I'm not sure if I was heard or not, but yeah, that's all that we got for AEW. But it was a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it was like good stuff to be coming out around WrestleMania time. I kind of expect more stuff will be coming out, especially during WrestleMania weekend. That's currently now.
Yeah.
So,
well, another thing is that Undertaker's supposed to be in the area, so yee.
Yeah, this is probably going to be an interesting WrestleMania. There's no Undertaker match for the first time in a very long time.
2000. WrestleMania 2000 was the last time.
And
so it's been 19 years.
Yeah, and also no reported John Cena stuff yet.
Reported.
No reported. I do think he'll show up. But there hasn't been a match or anything for John Cena, but I would be shocked if John Cena doesn't show up for at least
I kind of just want a promo out of the guy. Like
Yeah,
a backstage segment. I would like to see Alexa Bliss try and get with John Cena and be like, ignorance is bliss.
Also, you know what I also want to see? I want to see like a good moment between Kurt Angle and John Cena.
I think that'd be cool. I think that'd be very cool.
I think it would make whatever terrible match we're going to have between Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin just better.
I think we should get just a quick recap of NXT Takeover New York. It was
amazing.
We're gonna save it for when everyone's here because I know. Are you off next week, Jim?
I don't believe so. I have to ask for my schedule. But
I thought you said you were done.
No. I specifically asked this one off because I knew it was going to be WrestleMania recapping, and I figured everyone would be here. But apparently, our two boys are out to a card show. Not a car show, a card show.
Yes.
Now, we can't really complain because we do cards as well. It's just different cards, which is weird.
It was like sports stuff.
It's sports memorabilia show, which is all right. It's cool. It's
But
kind of lame
I
at
don't
the same
know.
time, but, whatever.
I don't know. But if you want to go into it now or we want to wait, I don't know how you want to do it.
I think the best... let's not spoil everything. Let's just...
Quick recap.
Just a quick recap. So, I think this show overall was amazing.
Yes.
I would argue one of the better NXT shows of ever.
Something I also wanted to bring up, this show put Jimmy in the lead. He is in the lead in front of everyone by 1 point.
Yes, which makes me happy, which means I know how to call NXT, but I can't call the goddamn main roster. I don't know. I guess I'm an NXT savant when it comes to booking.
But I got the perfect NXT record, though, last time, so I'm still better.
Listen, when that belt is off of your shoulder strap by this time tomorrow.
Oh, stop. You know full well you get ahead and then you choke on the main stage. You know it.
Fine. I'll submit to that. But going back to NXT though,
War Raiders versus Aleister Black and Ricochet was
it was an amazing starting match. It felt good.
Yes, it was great. The respect shown at the very end was phenomenal. And this is probably. Do you think they're going to remain a tag team on the main roster following?
No.
Okay.
I do. I think that they'll be friends, but I think they're going to be actually put on different shows when when they officially get put on brands. I don't know if they're planning on doing that. They're having a superstar shakeup, though, right?
I think so.
So I think they're going to be I think they're going to be on two separate brands.
I think Ricochet is great for Raw. I think he would fit phenomenally on Raw, and I think Aleister Black would do very well on SmackDown.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Following that up, we have the first match of the second match of the night: Velveteen Dream versus Matt Riddle. Very surprised at this outcome, actually.
I will say this: I agree with Jared. I remember listening to Jared, and he said they need to give it to Matt Riddle because he's this kind of dominating force, and that makes a lot of sense. But you also kind of have to remember he literally just got onto NXT television. They didn't do that with any superstar, as far as I know, on their first NXT Takeover show. That I can remember. Do you remember any?
Shinsuke Nakamura
on his first NXT show, because I remember him being on the WrestleMania one,
yeah.
And he didn't win a champion. He had an amazing match with.
He had Sami Zayn.
Zayn, which was his best match in WWE history ever.
Walter.
We'll get to that. We will get to that.
Trying to think, because I thought there was some where they were
maybe I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Maybe I don't know.
They're probably the earlier shows where they did that.
Maybe, but at the same time, I felt like Dream needed at least one title defense, and then after that, then he can lose it, and that's fine.
It was definitely a hit or miss because, there's not a lot of main event talent on NXT that could challenge. So I felt like Velveteen Dream could definitely be that foil. Where does Matt Riddle go from here? Because it kind of doesn't make sense for him to lose and then challenge for the NXT title.
That's true, but there's going to be new NXT stars going to be coming up between now and the next NXT Takeover show. We are probably going to see Sam Shaw kind of show up.
Samuel Shaw, Punishment
Martinez. We're going to see those guys, and those
DJZ,
are going to...
you still have Robbie E., which I don't know if he's going to be a manager or if he's going to be a wrestler.
But we're going to get new, heel antagonists. So,
Yeah.
we'll see that dynamic evolve and everything. But I will say that match was way better than what I thought it was going to be. I will say this. I'm definitely more of a Matt Riddle fan now because
he's fucking amazing.
One of my favorite movesets that he did, Velveteen Dream's on the apron. Matt Riddle goes on the middle rope on the corner by the ring post, takes him, suplexes him overhead inside the ring. It was incredible. I thought that was one of the most amazing things.
Matt Riddle's a beast. I don't know what to tell you. I think Matt Riddle just deserves to beat Brock Lesnar, but that's beside the point.
I mean, I think that's what they're trying to do, but...
I'm okay with that.
But also, just the way he comes in is so douchey. I love Matt Riddle, but he just looks like such a douche.
He's a bro. Leave him alone.
And then we have I thought
the NXT United Kingdom Championship was defended by Pete Dunne against Walter.
with Walter going over in probably one of the best slow-paced matches I've seen in a while. I will say this. Pete Dunne did an excellent job raising a huge status for that title.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy with his...
I think the big thing is, like, where does Pete Dunne go from here?
He either goes main roster or he goes to stateside onto NXT. Those are really the only two options that I see. I'd be pretty stoked if he goes onto the main roster, but that's not going to happen. I think
it should be, because it's like NXT UK is kind of a graduation.
That's true, but we also don't know how the structure dynamic of the NXT brands coincide with like NXT as a whole. Because he was on NXT, but then he had to go to NXT UK to.
He was on both though too, so he was trying to promote it. But nonetheless, I think Walter's a great pick, and I think it also showed a testament to how Pete Dunne is, because Pete Dunne is.
Like he legitimately took Walter pretty good. Like he snapped both fingers on both hands.
Pete Dunne is a scary dude. Like he is like very intimidating. He works that rabbit animal thing to. I brought it up last week. He's like a Chris Benoit type of thing. He pulls that off very well. Like no one else on the main roster can lay claim to something like that.
No, and I think that's also something that they need. So I agree with you on that.
So
Walter, though, on the other hand, my God,
he's a big boy.
He's a big boy. So this is how I would describe him. I have two ways of describing him. One is that if Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar had a baby, and that baby had a baby with Bam Bam Bigelow, and that baby had a baby with Vader, and baby going with Earthquake, and going with Big Show, and Kane, and Undertaker, up until like there's 17 generations of big men wrestlers into this one human being, Walter would murder that person, whoever that would be. Walter is fucking scary. Like, I said to this on the chat, and I still hold to this today. And I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's just the way that he's being presented is very interesting.
He's very militant.
He kind of looks like he looks like a Gestapo SS guard. Like
this is how we lose our next two viewers.
I'm not saying he is that. I'm just pointing out
Why can't you just say he looks like very militant totalitarian?
I'm just saying, like, if I put next to him
should have muted you.
Mussolini, I'm just saying, like, he would look like Mussolini's bodyguard. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He's a very militant
looking dude. Like I'm very, and it works well with his character because he's a heel character, and I think he's gonna really bring NXT to a really good place for the UK
NXT
division.
UK, yeah. Speaking of different divisions, we have WWE Japan. I didn't realize this, but it's an actual like Instagram page where they just post a lot of things about Asuka, Kairi Sane, Akira Tozawa, Io Shirai, Shinsuke Nakamura. When they tagged WWE Japan, they actually brought out Kushida, who was an official NXT signing, and that's very interesting.
I like Kushida.
I would like to see Kushida against Velveteen Dream. Maybe we could see that for the North American Championship.
Ooh, I'd like that.
That would be very interesting to see.
I wonder, would he go into his Back to the Future gimmick? I'm very curious how they would bring out Kushida, because he has a very interesting
how they do it.
Gimmick.
So Kushida would come out as Marty McFly. Velveteen Dream would come out as Biff.
Yes, I love this. Or what is it? What am I thinking? Like the weird robotic like dude from the second one. What was his name? Remember the bully that was taking down Marty's son in the future?
That was Biff's son.
Yeah, Biff's son.
Or Biff's grandson.
Like he came out, with like his like weird robotic gimmick thing. I think that'd be funny.
I just want to see him come out as Biff.
I do want Velveteen Dream coming out though in a pink hoverboard skateboard though. That's what I want.
Yeah, and then I just want him to knock on Kushida's head. Hello. Oh man, I could totally see that. Who's next? Oh, the Fatal 4-Way.
That was a weird one. That was a really weird one.
No. I think they all played their roles up to a T. You saw the conflict between Kairi Sane and Io Shirai. You saw Bianca Belair just dominate I think see Shayna Baszler be the opportunistic fuck that she is, and just like capitalize like a true champion.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like it was a weird spot because you would think that she would win and then she would take that 4 horsewomen to the main roster. That's what we were all kind of expecting when we all picked Bianca Belair or Io Shirai, or back to Bianca Belair in Jared's case.
Yeah, but
So it was just a weird finish. But I'm not upset by it. It's just weird.
I could see her though. Uncle Linus brought it up last week, pulling a Kevin Owens and just debuting on the main roster anyways, with the championship. So I would like to see that. I really would. I think it would be a very interesting thing to see her run roughshod through every division. But
Yeah.
I in all honesty, it makes sense to have Shayna retain, because who else? Like Bianca necessarily, could not be ready. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, they work so much better as a tag team, so they should be in the tag team division. Give yourself Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, Mia Yim. It's just very interesting, the state of the NXT Women's division.
Yeah, so it did highlight an interesting thing about the NXT Women's division. I will give you that.
And then finally, we have the vacant 2 out of 3 falls match for the NXT Championship.
I thought it was good.
Oh my god,
5 star.
5 star.
5 star.
Did you watch? So
I watched the whole thing.
No, did you watch the Tommaso documentary?
No, I did not.
He is not a bad guy at all. Like you just see him with his kid, and it is freaking adorable. Like you gotta watch it. It's like the best 15 minutes.
All right, I'll keep a lookout on it.
So nice.
Is
Oh
it
my
on the
god.
network or is it on YouTube?
YouTube.
All right, I'll go
It
take
is
a
so
look at
nice.
it.
Oh my god. Like it just like brought tears to my eyes to see Ciampa relinquish it. Triple H was near tears announcing that Tommaso Ciampa was relinquishing it. The belt. And it just, I think it really did close the chapter on the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano rivalry in like the best way.
Yeah, so I don't know if they're gonna revisit it, and if they do, it's gonna be a long while.
Yeah, because the way they ended it, so Johnny Gargano overcame the odds and won.
In a Superman-esque way, but a very good way.
Yes.
Like, it was very good.
Candice LeRae came out to celebrate Johnny Gargano with his newly won NXT Championship. And then Johnny Gargano was congratulated by Tommaso Ciampa.
Fresh off his surgery, because he's wearing his neck brace still. It was a very sweet moment.
Very emotional. It was all 3 of them. And the thing is, it made sense, though, because they go into it with the Tommaso Ciampa documentary, how Tommaso Ciampa actually just bought their house in Milwaukee and then was signed to NXT and had to move to Orlando. And that he lived with Candice LeRae and Johnny Gargano that entire time. And it was always the 3 of them and stuff. So to see that after watching that documentary is amazing. It is such beautiful storytelling, and congrats to Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, overall, this was a great NXT show, and definitely a good warm-up for what is going to be just 5-7 hours of hell on Sunday.
Yes.
Anyway, let's take a quick break, and then we'll get into predictions.
Yes.
All right.
All that aggression inside you, you chose to take it out on an inanimate object. And not only an inanimate object. Hey, shut up! Shut your mouth!
And we are back. Woo! Okay. Hello.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go. Okay.
Let me just, yeah, you should be good.
All right. Because I wasn't popping up on the thing. I wasn't getting
Yeah,
it.
I had to fix it on the iPad. We're good.
So we're trying to go into the WrestleMania 35 predictions. I'm going to try and get into the matches on the card the best I can. So we have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal with their participants, including but not limiting to Braun Strowman, the Ascension, the SNL team, the Hardy Boys, Otis and Tucker, Shelton Benjamin, Ali, the B Team. Yeah, that's all I remember actually. Oh no, EC3 is on there. Tyler Breeze, all of them. We have the Vagina Battle Royal with women.
Women's Battle Royal. I mean, if you're gonna comment me on my Walter being a potential Nazi comment, I mean,
okay, you were the one that brought up that it looked like a vagina last year, so I'm just continuity's sake. You got Asuka in there, Naomi, Carmella, Lana, Fire and Desire. You also have, that's Absolution actually. Riot Squad. So we have that. We have for the Cruiserweight Championship, we have Buddy Murphy defending against Tony Nese. For the Raw Tag Team Championship, we have Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival, defending their Tag Team Championship against Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the Major Brothers. We have in a fatal four-way for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, we have Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, defending against Rusev and Nakamura. We have them defending against The Bar, Sheamus and Cesaro, and we have them defending against Ricochet and Aleister Black. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. For the United States Championship, we have Samoa Joe defending against Rey Mysterio as of currently. We have the Intercontinental Championship being defended by Bobby Lashley with Leo Rush defending against Finn Balor. We have for the Women's Tag Team Championships, we have Sasha Banks and Bayley, the Boston Hug Connection, defending against the Divas of Doom, Natalya and Beth Phoenix, Nia Jackson, Tamina, and the Iconics, Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. We have Kurt Angle against Baron Corbin in his final match with the company. We have AJ Styles against Randy Orton. We have in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Shane McMahon against The Miz. We also have for the WWE Championship. Oh, no, before that, we have Batista versus Triple H in a no-holds-barred match where if Batista wins, Triple H's career is finished. We also have Elias's musical performance. We have for the WWE Champion.
Nope, yeah, missing one.
What else am I missing?
Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Yay. We also have for the WWE Championship, we have Daniel Bryan defending against Kofi Kingston. For the Universal Championship, we have Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman defending against Seth Rollins. And finally, in the WWE's main event for WrestleMania, the first ever women's main event in a winner-take-all, we have Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey defending her title against SmackDown Women's Championship Charlotte Flair, who's also defending her title against Becky Lynch. What the hell kind of card is this? This is huge.
This is a huge card and so convoluted on how we got here.
Yes.
Out of all of these, which is the most consistent storyline that has been good?
AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
Agreed.
Kofi Kingston.
Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre was also pretty consistent, I think.
Kofi Kingston, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I agree with that. Man, there's like 16 matches on this card, and it's going to take like 5 hours to get through most of them. My God.
All right, let's get into it. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I'm going to throw my pick to Ali. I do not think Braun Strowman is going to win this.
No, I don't think so
I think the SNL team is actually going to eliminate Braun Strowman with the help of Jimmy Fallon and John Oliver, just because fucking why not? But I'm going to lean towards Ali. I think Ali has the best potential to get something out of this match.
I'm not going to lie. I had Ali as one of my thoughts. The reason why I'm not picking Ali is because I don't want his career going down the tube. Not because I think that this Andre the Giant Battle Royal would do that. I'm just saying what great things have the winners of this.
Matt Hardy won a tag team championship.
How long did that last? His career's
longer than we wanted.
His career almost ended. And, yeah. So I personally think it's going to be Otis. I don't know why. I just feel like the reason why I think it's going to be Otis is because it's like, it just makes sense. Like, there's nothing really going for him. He's the most charismatic person between him and Tucker Knight, and people generally like him. I think that the backstage people kind of like him. It just makes sense.
Yeah. I'm still sticking with Ali. Who does Joe and Jared got?
They both picked Braun Strowman, which I could have sworn that Joe would have gone with Killian Dane.
I really thought he was going to.
I thought he was going to go with Killian Dane, but they both picked Braun Strowman.
I think Braun Strowman's a good bet.
I know. It's like the story that's happening is that I agree with you. I think the SNL people are going to definitely eliminate Braun Strowman, but I think Braun Strowman's going to go on a tear and just eliminate 7 different people while also being eliminated and then taking them over. What I kind of hope happens in a comedic way, in a way that will piss off Jared, is if Nicholas does his epic return and helps Braun Strowman out. I think that would be funny. Personally.
I don't want to hear that rant. We already got yelled at for our previous rants last week. Next up, the Vagina Battle Royal. I'm throwing my hat to Lacey Evans.
So do I.
You know, I don't see Asuka winning. I don't see Naomi winning or Carmella or Mandy or...
I disagree that I think Mandy Rose is like a close second for me, just because there's like this weird kind of push for her.
It's really sad that we don't bet on Asuka.
Yeah, I know. Well, except Joe. Joe's the only person who
Joe
bet on
picked Asuka?
Joe picked Asuka.
Who did Jared pick?
Lacey Evans.
Oh, okay.
The 3 of us picked Lacey Evans because what else are they going to do with Lacey Evans, honestly? It's not like she hasn't been in the ring. It's just...
What are they going to do with her?
What are they going to do with her? Like the Battle Royal makes perfect sense for someone like Lacey Evans.
Yeah.
Just like it makes sense for me to pick Otis and for you to pick Ali. Like, it just makes sense. Like, what are they going to do with these people?
I think the thing is also they're putting a lot of like spotlight on Ali in a way because they're doing a lot of backstage stuff and everything.
I know, but that's why I think
Kingston.
they're setting him up to win the Money in the Bank, though.
I could see this leading to Money in the Bank.
That's what I'm thinking. I think that this will more likely lead to him winning Money in the Bank.
No, but I can see Ali winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and securing a spot for Money. I could agree with that, or at least to a U.S. title win, which I would love to see.
I would like to see a rematch between him and Joe. That would be really nice.
Like, what's Braun Strowman gonna do with an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal win? What, be king of the Battle Royals?
I mean, he's
Yay.
gonna take that back to Saudi Arabia along with his Saudi Arabia belt and
That was a
Royal
cool
Rumble.
belt.
It was a cool belt. I don't know why they got rid of it. It was a cool belt.
I don't know. What do you got next on there?
The Revival versus Hawkins and Ryder.
I'm going with the Major Brothers.
Yeah, that's what they picked too. I'm actually going to go with the Revival.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm right too. But the reason why I do think I'm going to be right is because there's 2 New York matches. And by that I mean there's this match with Hawkins and Ryder being Long Islanders.
Yeah.
And, you know, they have to represent New York because it's WrestleMania. But there's also the Cruiserweight one, and we might as well talk about that one.
Yeah.
Because Joe and Jared also picked the Major Brothers as well.
Yeah. I'm going to throw it to Tony Nese with that one, too.
Yeah, I'm picking Tony Nese.
I'm going to pick both. I don't think WWE gives 2 fucks otherwise. I think they're just going to do shit. You know. What did Joe and Jared have? Buddy Murphy?
Yeah, they picked Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think because they had the same logic for me, but reversed. They would rather see, you know, what Joe put in his thing is the woo 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 bro, the streak ends. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that the streak is gonna end. I like the streak. I wanted to keep going. That's what makes Kurt Hawkins an amazing job. It's that goddamn streak.
I'm leaning towards New York winning a whole bunch of stuff, and then we're gonna lose a lot of stuff. So
My hope is that they don't pull a fucking Ryder that they did on Monday Night Raw.
I think that's what I think they're gonna do.
I don't want that happening. I don't want that happening for the Cruiserweight. I think that'd be really stupid.
No, I think
if it happens with Hawkins and Ryder, sure, but at the same time, like, why bother doing it?
Not gonna lie, I see Buddy Murphy dropping it and then being the next challenger for the IC title.
Me too, because I think Buddy Murphy has proven that he's way better at being a cruiserweight and also progressing forward just like Ali did.
And I also don't see the Revival. I see the Revival leaving. I really don't. They've been shit on so much. Like,
yeah, I know.
I don't see
the problem that I have with this is that if they do lose, I 100% agree with you that they're not staying with the company after that. I don't think. I don't think they should. I think that they should leave after that.
The Major Brothers will win the belt, only to lose it to Heavy Machinery on Raw.
Yeah, and then they'll get attacked by frickin' Mojo Rawley and Gronk. That's what's gonna happen.
Or they lose it to I don't know.
Mojo Rawley and Gronk.
I don't know. I have no faith. I have no faith in the Raw Tag Team division.
Yeah, this is just it's just an abysmal division. Speaking of abysmal divisions.
Oh, SmackDown.
Yes. Which
Usos I'm putting. I'm talking about.
We all picked Usos on that.
Well,
one.
the thing is, if they were leaving, I was gonna throw it to Rusev and Nakamura.
Really? Why?
Why the fuck not?
I guess so. Because I don't see Ricochet and Aleister Black winning. I mean, I understand that they had a tag team match on NXT last night, but
Yes.
I just don't see them being a tag team.
I don't.
And I think putting them together on a tag team is a really stupid idea.
I think the bars also just they have enough.
They need
the
new
only
meat.
realistic ones is Usos and Nakamachka.
Nakamachka is probably the best one.
I don't even fucking know anymore, but
Shinksev, it's the best one.
yeah. So I think it's gonna be the Usos, and then the Undisputed Era is gonna debut and then take the belts off of the Usos.
Agreed.
I would have booked it better though. I think I would have just had Usos versus the Hardys.
Yeah, I think it should have been booked better. Like, a lot of these matches should have honestly been booked better.
Or not been booked.
Like, going back to the Raw one, like, what pisses me off is that they just announced it on the internet. They didn't make a YouTube video. I think it was, like,
there was a YouTube video.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
It was, what was it, like an exclusive or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
It was something stupid, and then they just announced it, and it was so dumb. Like,
that's
why
why
not
I
actually
think they're
build a
gonna
goddamn story? Like, this is what pisses me off about. I'm not going to.
That's what's really sad because like that's why I feel like they're gonna win because they just said why not.
Yeah, because that's what Jared said. Why not?
Yeah. What's next?
The Women's Tag Team Championship.
Boston Hug have to win.
Yeah, that's what we all agreed on, too.
Okay, yeah. Boston Hug have to win. The next challengers for them, honestly, I don't see Kairi Sane and Io Shirai being the next challengers until SummerSlam.
That would be sick, though.
Yeah.
If we got, like, the inklings of those two, like, coming back, that would be sick.
I think the next logical challengers would be Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yes, and I do think that they should actually lose.
Yeah.
I think that they would lose to them, and then Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville would face Kairi Sane.
I'm going to deny
Io Shirai.
that. I'd rather them lose to Ruby Riott, the Riot Squad.
And what, Three-Bird Rule it?
Three-Bird Rule it. And then you get Io Shirai and Kairi Sane get the belts off of them.
Oh, yeah, because the payback. I like
for
that.
Royal Rumble.
I like that idea.
I like tying things together in a neat bow.
Yeah, too bad WWE doesn't like that. Heyo! Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. It has to be Roman. It has to.
I want Drew to win.
I know, like listen,
what,
this is the problem that fucking cancer brings to us, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Like,
what did everyone else pick?
Everyone else picked Roman
I'm
Reigns.
going to just throw it as Roman then. We'll leave that as a straightaway. You know, because I feel like Drew is still the logical challenger for the Universal Championship.
Yeah, but this isn't a number one contender match or anything. This is just, someone who's saying, listen, there's something scarier than cancer, and it's me, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you until you realize that. That's what the story is.
Yeah.
So, like, Roman kind of has to win this one. And you know what? I'm not going to be mad about this one. So long as this card is, like, in the middle, I'm going to be pretty happy about it. I don't want it anywhere near the end. I'll be so mad if it ends up being, like, fourth to last or third to last. I'll be so mad about that. I really will. Speaking of matches that I think are going to be plainly obvious, Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor for the IC Championship.
He better squash him.
It better be Finn Balor squashing, yes. Because he's coming back as the Demon, which I'm excited for. Because we're finally going to get the Demon at WrestleMania, which is going to be awesome to watch.
Why'd they reveal it?
Yeah, why'd they reveal it is the question. I don't know. I think that was stupid too, but then again, like, they've done a lot of really stupid things. Like, they put the belt back onto Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Like, if that doesn't surmise this whole, feud going forward, I don't know what else is. It's just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, I agree with you.
I want to see. I want to see the Demon. Like, there's
so do I.
It'll be excited.
I just want to see the entrance. And then
me too. And then afterwards, be like, okay, this isn't going to be that good of a match. But whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it might.
U.S. Championship. I'm throwing my hat to Samoa Joe.
Me too. And that's what the boys picked as well. But what's interesting is that, do you think it will be Rey Mysterio? Because it's been rumored that on that match that he had with Baron Corbin that he got slightly injured.
It was announced a couple minutes ago. He's good.
He's good?
Yeah.
All right. Because if he wasn't good, I would definitely assume that John Cena would take his spot, and that would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I'm just U.S. title. I really think Samoa Joe should drop it to Ali.
That's true, but I mean, like right now, it's just we're gonna get a pretty good match between Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe.
Oh, definitely.
Speaking of other good matches, AJ Styles versus Randy Orton.
Oh, this one's hard. What do you have?
Me, Joe, and Jared picked the same. We all picked AJ Styles. Only because I think Randy Orton is going to have time off again. If I had to guess, I have no idea what Joe and Jared's reasonings are.
I don't. Well, probably because AJ Styles would move to Raw with some momentum. And probably because Randy Orton got the upper hand. I'll go with AJ. I'm hard leaning towards Randy too.
Yeah, I like this one. Like these really weird feud ones, they're really hard to like. Who's gonna benefit more?
I think this is gonna be match of the night. In all honesty, Randy Orton, AJ Styles.
Oh God, yes.
If you give them 15 minutes, they're set.
I think they might do the phenomenal forearm spot, but it's gonna turn into an RKO out of nowhere. That's what's gonna happen.
Well, they did that last week on the SmackDown Go Home show.
Shane versus The Miz.
If The Miz does not beat up all of Sanity, I'm going to be very upset. Because he did beat him in a 3-on-1 handicap Falls Count Anywhere match on SmackDown. So I'm going to go with The Miz. Everyone else says The Miz? Please tell me everyone else says The Miz.
Yes, everyone else has The Miz.
Please tell me Jared put something about Sanity.
No, he didn't. But I will say something in the group chat. And we'll probably say something about it next week.
Yeah, because The Miz has to win.
The Miz has to win. Like, he has to. Like, I think that's what Shane's purpose is for WrestleMania week, is that he's destined to lose his WrestleMania matches.
Has he ever won him? He's won against Vince, right? Vince McMahon?
Well, yeah, but
and
like,
X-Pac.
Well, yeah, but like in the recent, like,
yeah.
Since he came back. Like, he lost against Undertaker. He lost against
AJ.
And right now...
No, he won. He won last year.
Against who?
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Oh, yeah, because that was with Daniel Bryan. No, that doesn't really count.
But he won.
All right, fine. One-on-one match feuds, he will lose. And I feel like that is like the good... That's like the good spot for Shane to be in.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like another like Undertaker-esque kind of thing that they could do.
All right. What's next?
Let's talk about Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin in the last farewell match for Kurt Angle. It's gonna not be good. It's gonna be bad. But it will ultimately be, I think, satisfying to see Kurt kind of get his last dues. I hope that there's a moment between him and John Cena at the end of it. I hope. Who knows? Let's really like book this to the dream point, because I really doubt that this is what they have planned. Maybe John Cena somehow takes over Baron Corbin's spot. Maybe it ends up being a squash on Baron Corbin, and then John Cena comes out and be like, "That's not how you go out," and you're gonna have ruthless aggression, and then, spun that out. John Cena beats Kurt Angle, and then
I don't know. I'm gonna go with what's confirmed. I don't want to give it to Kurt though. That's the thing.
Yeah, because farewell matches, you kind of have to go with whoever's beating, whoever's not leaving. So I understand that logic, but it's like against Baron Corbin. That's the problem.
Fuck WWE. I'm gonna go Baron Corbin.
Okay. All right, we already talked about the cruiserweights.
I don't know. What does everyone else have?
We all pick Kurt Angle.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me Kurt. I'm not losing on that. But I know I'll lose on that. It's just I feel like Baron's gonna win. Like, that's the sad part. I feel like Baron's gonna win.
There is that possibility.
Yeah.
There is that possibility. You picked Buddy Murphy, right? Oh no, you picked Tony Nese.
I picked Tony Nese. I feel
Tony
like
Nese.
that they're gonna give the belts to the New Yorkers.
All right. Triple H versus Batista.
Trips.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to Trips.
Why? I'm just
Why?
curious.
This isn't how Triple H's career is gonna end. It's not.
What if it does though?
It's not.
I mean, he just lost half his tit back in Saudi Arabia not too long ago. I'm just saying.
So Batista lost his director, and he got that.
He got it back though.
Yeah. So did Triple H's in his tit. What's your point?
All right, I'm the odd man out this one. I'm picking Batista.
You're picking Batista?
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like there's something there. I don't know why. I feel like it was weird when Batista kind of came back like abruptly to beat up an old 70-year-old man. And I understand that James Gunn is back for Guardians now, and that, is like, oh, I'm definitely doing Guardians 3 now. But I feel like it's weird that they would just set this up.
I don't see a Hall of Famer losing.
Really? Because Kurt Angle might lose. That's what you're saying.
Kurt Angle should have retired. Honestly, we shouldn't have never even gotten to this point. That's my personal opinion. We shouldn't have even gotten to this point. But Triple H just got inducted.
Well, he's
going to be inducted. I feel like he should win. They just gave him a new patch, so
All right, fair enough. All right.
We all know Hall of Famers are better than regular superstars, anyways.
You're calling Batista a regular superstar?
Yeah, compared to Triple H.
Talking about Drax the fucking Destroyer. How dare you, sir?
Yeah, but you're talking about pretty much the owner of the company, Triple H.
Shut up. All right. All right, now we have the 3 big matches.
No, you forgot.
No, I didn't. We literally went through everything.
We did? All right.
What matches do you think I forgot?
I don't know. I thought we forgot something. It's such a long card.
It's such a fucking long card. No, because we went through Samoa Joe, we went through Kurt Angle, we went through the Cruiserweights. We're good. Let's round it off to the 3 big. So this is kind of a disclaimer. I think we're all thinking that something bad is going to happen. At least to one of these matches. At least to one.
Yeah.
Everything else will be good. We just don't know which one based on our picks.
Yeah.
The only optimistic one, I think, on this list thus far, and I don't know yours, is Jared. Jared's the only one who picked all good people, which is very strange. And
really?
Yeah, and I didn't expect that from Jared.
So he picked Seth, Kofi, and Becky?
Yes, which is very weird.
Okay, who did Joe pick?
Joe picked Daniel, Seth, and Becky.
Who are you picking?
Kofi, Brock, and Becky.
I'm also going Kofi, Brock, and Becky.
I mean, I understand Joe's logic. I really do. The problem with the WWE Championship, and I feel like this is when I should have.
Let's talk about this.
Yes, because I wasn't a part of the rebooking thing for WrestleMania, and this is my opinion. I think Kofi should have won it at Elimination Chamber for a couple reasons. One, it would have made picking these matches for WrestleMania so much easier because Kofi would have just retained it.
Mm-hmm.
I understand Kofi Mania would have been big, but you know what would have been bigger? The second black WWE superstar to win the WWE Championship in, 20 years, because the last time was back in 2000 when The Rock had it. A black champion.
Oh, the WWE Championship?
Yes, the WWE Championship.
2013.
Oh, you did, yeah, okay. But like a real like a full-time person. That I don't count the part-time thing. But like having a real black champion
2002.
winning it in 2000, yeah, so like roughly almost 20 years ago.
2002.
Literally the last day of Black History Month on the shittiest one that we've had this year. How is that not going through people's head? Oh, we'll give the black person the WWE Championship.
It wasn't going through my head.
It was for me. It'd been like, oh, how amazing would it have been if at the end of Black History Month, for the first time in God knows how long, that second black champion for the WWE Championship won it that night. It would have been amazing.
I don't know.
It would have been spoken throughout all of media. Everyone would have been talking about it. And then him retaining it at Mania would have made a lot more sense because then he would have played into like, oh, how well can you really retain this champion and build up like this kind of real underdog story for Kofi because he hasn't gotten this opportunity.
No, I get you. I think that Kofi winning at Kofi Mania, I'm fine with that. The only reason why I don't think that Brock is going to drop it is because Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I know. That was my thinking behind that, too. It's like Saudi Arabia is right around the corner, and Brock Lesnar ain't missing that paycheck.
Well, it's in June.
Still, he's not missing that paycheck.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see it.
Like last year we had this debate because we all thought Brock was going to lose to Roman.
I don't see. I'm tired of betting against Brock. I'm really tired of betting against Brock.
Imagine Seth winning, though. How upset I would be.
I'd be okay with it. I would still be fine with it. This belt means nothing to me. This means nothing. It is just a prop to boost my ego.
But then let's talk about the main one. Hopefully this is the very last match on the card.
It is. They said that it's going to main event WrestleMania.
Yes, but they said that about freaking... What was that match? They said that about the... Shit, I forget that one match. What was the match? They said that about the WWE Championship match, 2 years ago, and guess what headlined that one, the very last match? It was Undertaker versus Roman Reigns.
What was WWE Championship 2 years ago? Oh, fucking Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton? No.
No, or the Universal one, whichever one that was. Or was... Yeah, it was the Universal. No. What?
No.
It was whatever.
I don't know. I remember them saying that Roman Reigns was going to main event against Undertaker, or they never decided. They announced it as this one would be the main event. They would not put so much fanfare about it if
I
it
just
wasn't
have
going to
this
be
weird
last.
30% chance that this may not be the very last match that we'll see at WrestleMania.
You want to put that as a prediction?
No, I don't, because I don't want to take that risk. But I have that fear that 30% is going to be like, oh, what if Roman Reigns gets that fucking last spot at WrestleMania? I'll be so mad.
Yeah, I think.
Also, it'd be really dumb too for WWE not to put this at the very last match.
Yeah.
It'd be very dumb.
I think the go home show was great build up. The Raw where they were all getting arrested and they're all beating the shit out of each other. I thought that was fantastic.
Did you like it when Charlotte concaved freaking
Oh, of course.
Ronda's head inside of the freaking car
Of
window
course,
and broke it?
Yeah, who wouldn't love that? That was awesome.
It was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, so I'm assuming we're all picking Becky Lynch on this one.
I'm picking Becky.
We all
100%.
picked Becky Lynch on this one.
Yeah. I'm picking Kofi because I think Kofi, and then
I feel like Kofi Mania needs to happen, but I can see why Joe picked Daniels because they don't want to kind of clash between Kofi Mania, the first black champion to have it since The Rock, a real time, and the first main event winner, and then being dubbed the undisputed women's champion of WWE.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me Seth. I'm gonna try and be optimistic here.
Really? All right.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for me, but I'm gonna be optimistic. I'm gonna go Seth because I'm gonna piss myself I'm gonna piss myself off if I'm gonna be wrong, and I'm just in the back of my head Seth, because they could always just do the rematch at Saudi Arabia.
That's true, but would he lose it though? That's the problem. That's another problem.
I don't know, because I'm also thinking back of my head because I'm pretty sure it was announced for August, Cormier versus Lesnar.
Oh God, that wonderful match that we're gonna be looking forward to.
So what do we have different? I know the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah. So the cruiserweights, you and me have the same. Joe and Jared have the same.
Yes. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, that
we
one's different.
all have someone different except for Joe and Jared. They got Braun.
The women's battle royal, the three of us, you, me, and Jared picked Lacey Evans. Joe picked Asuka. I picked the Revival for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
We all picked the Major Brothers.
Yep.
And then
and then I picked Batista. You guys picked Triple H.
That's gonna kick you in the ass.
Maybe we don't know that.
Or maybe Otis is gonna kick you in the ass.
We don't know that either.
And then the main three, the only thing that is different is Brock.
It's Brock for me and Daniel for Joe.
Yeah.
What's the likeliness of Becky actually getting all the belts this weekend?
High as fuck.
What's the likeliness that Charlotte would get it over her? Would it also
as
be
likely as Alberto Del Rio coming back to the company?
That's a pretty bold statement. What about Ronda Rousey?
As likely as Roddy Piper coming back from the dead.
What the fuck, dude? God damn it.
Becky is going to win.
If she loses, how bad will
I will
riot?
kick you in the face.
That's if we're watching it together.
You will regret it. If Becky
I want Becky to win. I'm just saying,
if Becky loses, this
hypothetically.
belt will burn. No one will be champion if Becky does not win.
I'm laughing. Oh my god.
Becky will win.
All right. So overall for this WrestleMania, as of right now, not based on all the matches that we've just predicted, not seen or anything, where are we gonna rank this card? I feel like it would be on the low.
Fuck this card.
I feel like it would be pretty low.
Look,
no offense to the first women's main event, but honestly, this was a terrible card.
Look,
and a terrible build-up.
count how many matches there are. Actually, go through each match. I'll tell you whether or not to cut it.
Okay, so we'll start from the top. So the Battle Royal.
Cut.
Women's Battle Royal.
Cut.
Raw Tag Team.
Cut.
SmackDown.
Cut. Actually, no. Hardy Boys.
Women's Tag Team.
Keep.
Roman Drew.
Yeah. Keep.
Finn and Bobby.
Cut. Actually, no. Keep.
Demon. The Demon put you over on that one.
Yeah.
Styles and Orton.
Keep.
Shane and Miz.
Cut.
Joe and Mysterio.
Cut.
Angle Corbin.
Cut.
Oh my god.
Should never have happened. Should never have gotten to this point.
Murphy and Nice.
Keep. I like that one.
Triple H and
Cut.
Batista.
Triple H didn't even want to be on the card. He put it in his like, I thought I would have a nice, easy weekend. But no. Vince goes, hey, Hunter, I know that you're recovering from a torn boob, but we're going to induct you, and then you're going to fight Batista in a no-holds-barred match. What the fuck, Dad? Like, hey, don't
Listen,
worry.
if you do this, I'll give you full creative control while I go run my football team in the next week.
Don't worry. Shane's also going to be in a match, too. That doesn't make it any better. No, it's fine. It's fine. You know.
Do you want me to put Stephanie in there too? No.
We gotta make this a McMahon card. It's fine. It's fine. No, Triple H wanted a relaxing weekend where he just got to produce the show. You know, got to sit at the Hall of Fame. But no, he has to come out of a fucking tank now and do some crotch chops to his daughter, and then say how proud he is to crotch chop into the Hall of Fame with his ex-girlfriend that's now dead. You know,
Oh my god, dude!
I'm just saying. Triple H just wanted to relax.
I'm just saying, give me shit about the Walter comment, and here you talking about fucking China.
Hey, we all know death is like an easy topic to talk about in WWE. Just look at Jim Neidhart, Reed Flair, you know, Paul Bearer, you know, Jerry Lawler, you know. He fits in that because he almost died.
So stop. No.
I'm just saying that death is better. You know, we're
no, you're not going to make this argument that death is better.
We're bringing
the
leukemia into it. Kevin Owens shot at Shane McMahon saying that he should have died in the helicopter crash.
Oh my god.
Death is an easy topic in WWE. And all I'm saying is Triple H just wanted a nice, relaxing weekend. And I can relate.
Oh my god. I can't believe I just let you do that.
You can make that a commercial.
Oh god. All right.
That's going to be a commercial, and you know it.
Oh, Jesus. You're making me too much work. All right. Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. Honestly, I think that this should have been Kofi being champion, but that's besides the point.
I'd rather see Kofi Mania. Like all the main titles, yeah, but it's like, look what I cut. I cut the stupid.
You caught a lot of stupid matches. I will give you that. You caught a lot of really stupid matches
That got announced last minute or had very little build-up.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of this had very little build-up.
Well, like, yeah. I cut the Kurt Angle shit. All right, so, like, what did I cut?
Okay, so...
Did you even mark that? You marked it, right? I kept the cruiserweight.
Okay, so you cut 7. So that's basically half the card right there.
Yeah.
Or part of the card that's not the majority.
Yeah, and
you cut half the show essentially.
Yeah, we don't need literally it's so stupid that they're like, oh, everyone deserves a WrestleMania payday. No, I disagree with that. It is bull. It is bull.
We literally just had a conversation about John Oliver and his comments about how WWE doesn't really treat their employees that fairly.
No, health insurance and a WrestleMania payday is very different.
One's an actual paycheck and the other one's making sure they don't fucking die.
I don't care.
I mean, they're both kind of important.
No, this is the problem with them. Be like, you know what? Everyone deserves a fair chance. No one deserves a fucking participation trophy. Work your fucking ass off. You know, you saw Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch pretty much kicked the fucking door down to get into the main event. Kofi Kingston caught lightning in a fucking bottle. He was probably going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal before this. You know how crazy that shit is? No. You know, some of it is bad booking, but some of it's just like, here, we don't want you to feel bad.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the bad booking also happened in the good matches too. Just putting it out there, the ones that you didn't cut.
Well, yeah, but like what are we gonna cut? The Raw and SmackDown Women's Unification match, winner take all, or the fucking Vagina Battle Royal? You cut the Vagina Battle Royal. You're seriously saying
no. I agree with you.
You're seriously saying that Lacey Evans deserves a WrestleMania payday after the year she's had. This is what you're telling me. You're saying Victor and Connor of the Ascension deserve...
We actually have no idea if they're actually even in the battle.
They are! They were confirmed that them, And Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel deserve to have a WrestleMania payday as much as
Well, they're not getting equitably paid the
Seth
same.
Rollins.
They're just getting a paycheck.
But it's bullshit. They didn't do anything. Why do they deserve a paycheck anyways?
I mean, to be fair, that requires them having TV time, and when they don't have TV time, then how
I'm
are
just
they
saying,
getting
it's
adequately
stupid.
paid?
It's stupid, and you know it. You know it's stupid.
Yeah, I know
And
it
you
is
know I'm
stupid.
making great points. Because just because you're employed, you deserve a participation paycheck? No!
Well,
Work your ass off.
so that's saying if you don't do anything, you don't deserve a paycheck at your job. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much.
So if you do nothing, you're...
They should fire me.
Oh, God. No wonder why we only have 5 listeners.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree. I understand the sentiment.
Because
do.
they're trying to. Naomi was going off about that. She was like, "No, this isn't about me. This is about all the women getting their just desserts." What you get? Your just desserts is a battle royal? No, I agree that you should have had your fatal 4-way to decide the number 1 contendership, and I also agree that the SmackDown Women's Championship.
But I mean,
should-
they kind of got screwed out of that though. because
They
that
did,
became-
and I agree, and I ranted about that, and they should have gotten it because it's bullshit that they announced the match, they were gonna have the match, and they should have fought for it anyways. I think it's bullshit though that they saying that just because they're women, they deserve a freaking paycheck and a battle royal match. No, they don't. It's stupid. They don't deserve it. No. And I say this about the men too. Just because you're employed does not mean you should get a big fucking paycheck. You should work your butt off. They are complacent. They are complacent with getting everything handed to them.
Well, technically, they are doing something in order to get the paycheck.
They're
so-
getting thrown out of a ring. They are there for 2 minutes in front of 10 people.
I can't really defend that. I'm
No,
sorry.
you can't.
I can't.
And that's how we're ending this WrestleMania. That's how we're ending this podcast. And that's how we're ending predictions. Work your ass off so this way we don't have to sit through an 8-hour card.
Well, yeah, that's really all I can say about it, folks.
Bye.
Enjoy WrestleMania.
Thank you, everyone, for staying tuned to our podcast. Special shout out to the Sachem Public Library for the continued use of their equipment and space. Continue supporting us by rating and subscribing through Patreon, Audio Boom, Stitcher, TuneIn, Castbox, Deezer, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, and the Big 3, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts at Marks for Life Podcast. Also, check out our YouTube channel, Marks for Life, for our podcast playlist and other content. Please follow us on our social media on Twitter at Marks for Life Pod, Instagram at Marks for Life Podcast, our Tumblr page, Marks for Life Podcast, and our Facebook page, Marks for Life Podcast. And email us at marksforlifepodcast@gmail.com for any comments, questions, or feedback. Until next time, Audio Marks.